Hi, welcome to Adolescent Development. This is FAM 352. My name is Samantha Anderson. I'm going to be your instructor this semester. Here's my contact information. Really, the best way to get a hold of me is just through email at your USM email account. I will get right back to you when you email me. That's really the best way to get a hold of me. You can call me or text me or something like that, but I'll be checking my email regularly. If you would like to try to get together, I don't have an office on campus, so we can't meet in person, but we can talk on the phone or we can do a Skype session or something like that if you're needing to have more of a conversation. But if it's just a quick question, really email is the best way. I'll get back to you within 24 hours if it's a weekday for sure. Sometimes I answer on the weekends, sometimes not, but definitely by Monday morning. So send me an email if you have any questions. As far as online learning in general, I graduated from USM in the Master's in Child and Family Studies program, and it is an online program as well. So I definitely understand what it's like to be in your position as an online student. I really enjoyed that. There were a lot of benefits to it as far as scheduling and things like that. The main drawback is just that we can't meet together on a regular basis, and so sometimes these online classes kind of get pushed to the back burner, you forget to log in and things like that. So when you sign up for an online class, just make sure that you understand that you are taking on the responsibility of really being more proactive about checking in with the class. So you're not going to be, on this set frame of mind of, okay, I have to go to my class every Tuesday at 9 or whatever. It's, you have to make time to log in. And if you don't check in, then chances are you're going to be missing something, forgetting to do assignments and things like that. So it is your responsibility to check in and make sure that you're getting all my announcements and emails and keeping track of your due dates and things like that. As far as the expectation goes, like I just said, we do have a regular schedule. It will work just like a normal classroom type of class would as far as the due dates and things like that. So there are set testing dates, there are set due dates for the assignments. It's not something where you can just do it at your own pace. It is based on the semester, and the schedule is in the syllabus. We're going to be talking with each other on the discussion board, so I would just ask that you please be appropriate and respectful in the things that we discuss. As far as our conversations between each other on the discussion board, just be respectful of other people's opinions. The late work policy, I do accept late work on some of the assignments, on your written assignments especially. If you turn it in late, it'll be 10% deduction per day for 7 days only. So if you come to me 3 weeks after the due date and you want to turn something in, I'm going to tell you, no, I'm sorry, but you're past the 7-day late work period. So on that 10%, for an example, if it's 100 points for the total of the assignment, then that would be 10 points per day. If it's one that's only worth 25, that's 2.5 points per day. So it depends on how much the assignment's worth. You can get a university-approved excuse if you have an emergency. So if there's, if you're in the hospital or if there's a death in the family or something, a major unexpected thing, you will need to contact the Office of Student Affairs to get one of those. And those are just for those written assignments. The discussion boards, I don't accept those late ever under any circumstances because those should be interactive. We should be having conversations with each other, and you can't really go back a week later and have a conversation because everyone else has already moved on. I also don't generally let you take a test late. My general rule of thumb is that you cannot take the test late. They're only open for a couple of days, so you just need to make sure you're really keeping track of those testing dates so that you don't miss a test. If you have some sort of unforeseen extreme emergency, just let me know what's going on and I'll work with you. But as a general rule of thumb, you can't take the test late. If you're having technical difficulties, the best place to contact is the Blackboard support office. There's a link to them on the USM website. I'm not an expert on all the ins and outs of how Blackboard works, so if you're having a hard time submitting or something like that, they're the ones to call. You can email me a copy of your assignment if you're running into a problem with trying to turn something in and you can't get it to submit. Email me, let me know what's going on, attach a copy of the assignment so that way I know you had it in on time, and then you can keep trying to get it submitted eventually through Blackboard. The 2 tips I would give you on this is to not wait until the last minute, especially if you're trying to take a test. If you're 5 minutes before the deadline and then your computer crashes or something like that, then you're going to be in trouble. So if you give yourself a couple of days extra, then you won't be so panicked if something goes wrong and it's, right as the deadline clock is ticking down. And then back up all of your work. So if you can just email it to yourself or something like that, that's probably the easiest way to do it, especially on these longer written assignments. That way, if you have your work mostly done and then your computer crashes or something like that, you have a backup, another copy of it somewhere else. Okay, so a quick overview of a few things about the class and some assignments. Here's your textbook. It is Adolescence by Steinberg. It's the 10th edition. There's a picture of it. There are also going to be some videos and things like that, extra things to look at and watch and read on Blackboard. There'll be a section that you can look through for each week that has some additional course materials. You'll be taking a syllabus quiz. This is just to let me know that you understand and agree to all these course policies. On the discussion boards, again, those cannot be turned in late ever. You'll have 3 posts per week. You'll have your initial post, and then you're going to be responding to 2 of your classmates. And on the discussion board, there is a minimum word count. So please double check on those instructions to make sure that you're hitting that minimum word count. You will not get full credit if you are below the minimum word count on your initial post and also on your response posts to other people. There are 4 tests. Those tests are open book. So because of that, they're kind of difficult. With an open book test, it's got to be a little more challenging. That way it's having you need to really read the chapters, take good notes, and know what you're doing before you start the test. They're timed. You only have 2 hours to take them. So if you go into the test not having read any of the chapters, you're just going to wing it, you probably will not do very well because you're going to run out of time. You can't just start the test and try to flip through and find every answer. You won't have time to do that. So you really do need to know your stuff before you start the test and then just use your textbook as kind of a backup. And like I said, they are a little more difficult just because of that, having them be an open book test. You will have an assignment called an empirical article summary. There are 2 of those due throughout the semester. The main thing with this one is just to make sure you're getting the right type of article. There's more information on Blackboard and in your syllabus about these, but basically you're needing to find a peer-reviewed journal article from the USM library database. So this is not something like a magazine article or an internet blog type of article. These are like the scientific journals. And I have a document that will show you exactly how to find those and what you need to do to read, through those. And so the assignment instructions are pretty clear on this, but just look for that on Blackboard. And then the last one is a case study analysis. So you'll be watching this documentary called American Teen. You'll choose one of the characters in the movie and you're going to analyze their development, their relationships, based on one of the theories that we're going to be learning about during this semester. So more information will be coming on that assignment as well. So that's it for the overview. I am looking forward to a great semester.